Once again, it's Mike sitting in for the Ranger this afternoon, and I'm thrilled to have a couple of traveling musicians actually touring. I'm not sure how broad the tour is right now, but Lynne Hanson and Anya Hinkle are both with us, and they actually have a show this afternoon. Well, I take that back this evening. I think the show's at 6 down there at the new Compass listening room, and yeah, I was thrilled to find out that you were coming into town. So Anya's not with us yet, but I'll say quickly, hi, Lynne, how are you?
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah, great to have you here. So you're just here from Manhattan, Kansas, where I think you played last night?
Yeah, we were in Manhattan last night, and this is the last of our Heartland Tour shows today at Compass Room, which I'm really looking forward to.
All right, cool.
Although you said it's not cold, and I'm from Canada, and I've been in the States now for 2 weeks, and obviously I've become weak because I'm finding it incredibly cold.
That's right. You are, what part of Canada are you from?
I'm from Ottawa, Canada.
Ottawa.
I'm from the capital of the country.
All right, okay. I'm not sure. I've been to Toronto years back, but it's been quite a while, and I'm sure things have changed a lot, like they have everywhere. But what's the zeitgeist in Ottawa, Ontario these days?
Well, it's a very pretty town because it's a government town. It's the capital of the country, so we have a lot of really nice parks and a lot of really nice walkways. But right now, it's buried under a lot of snow.
Oh yeah. All right. And the snow will stay till May, or will it?
Oh gosh, I hope not.
But
I hope not.
But typically it would, or no?
It usually starts to rain in April.
Okay.
So there'll still be some snow, like little snow banks and stuff that kick around in April. But by May, it has to please be gone.
Right. Well, I'm from Chicago originally, and so I know the big snow. It is weird. The climate is definitely warmer than it used to be. I'm 58 years old, and when I was a kid, it was brutal cold. And just a lot more snow. I guess I don't remember the cold being as much. It's always cold in Chicago, but there was a lot more snow, I think, when I was a kid than there is now. And I've been here in Missouri for 20 years, and I'm not sure what's going on here. The weather is just, I think the river just makes it really, I don't know, it's wild. You never know what's going to happen here. So anyway, okay, so Lynne Hanson in the house with us this afternoon, and we have another guest. If we weren't fortunate enough to have one, we've got Anya Hinkle with us in the studio as well. Hi, Anya.
Well, hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
You can adjust your own, in our brand new studio here. I used to have to control everybody's headphones from back here, but now you got your own controls right up there in front of you if you want to adjust the levels of your headphones. Okay. And if you're going to play, you might put that cord behind your guitar just in case. Okay, so Anya, we spoke just briefly with Lynne about it. I'd love to know more about your background, and I have some more questions. But quickly, where are you from?
I'm from Virginia originally, and I live now in Asheville, North Carolina. Okay,
quite a music scene there in Asheville, North Carolina, I think. Or am I thinking of something else?
You mean Nashville?
No. Is there a Nashville, North Carolina? No, I'm kidding. But okay, what's Asheville, North Carolina like?
Well, of course, there's a huge heritage, music scene. People have been playing old-time bluegrass music in that region, but Asheville's a really special city. It's always been a very metropolitan city. People call it the Paris of the South.
Okay.
So it's always attracted, quite a community of artists. And so in addition to music, there's a huge artist community, potters and painters and performance artists. So it's just a real...
The arts in general, just extremely...
it's a hot spot for creativity in
Is there
general.
a university there?
There's a small university, but it's not
really
a
center
college
of it.
town. Yeah, it's just
now that's pretty
been...
interesting because that stuff usually sort of, I don't know. It seems at least oftentimes it'll form in a college town.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool. How big a place is that?
Well, it seems like it's growing all the time, but maybe 100,000.
So not real big.
No.
Yeah, Columbia's about that actually.
Okay, well there you go.
And Lynne, were you actually from Toronto? Is that what you said?
I'm from Ottawa.
And Ottawa is right. How many people are there?
A million.
A million people.
A million people.
And you grew up there?
Yeah, I grew up there.
Okay, all right. And you're both how? Before I ask you individual questions, how did you meet and come to tour together?
Well, we were on tour in Europe, and we shared a bill in Épinal, France, and we pulled up in matching tour vans, like identical.
Really?
It was kind of weird because I kept going to her van, thinking it was my van. And yeah, so we shared this bill, and like you do the usual, you know, after the show, you're like, that was so great, we should do some more stuff together.
Right.
Like one of those.
And you actually did.
We actually did it.
Yeah, you hear it often enough.
Yeah, but we actually followed through.
Cool. When did that? How long ago was that?
So we were in France in May. And so it's not that long ago. It's like 6 months.
Less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year. That's good. I couldn't do the math in my head. Thank you for that.
I can do that much. I knew it was less than, that's about all I knew. I wasn't going to try to count them much. All right. Well, and so did you spend a little time kind of getting that together and then, or did you just kind of go right from then and just start playing?
Well, I arrived in America 2 weeks ago, and I played a bunch of solo shows and then showed up in North Carolina. And we basically had a rehearsal or two and then just took it on the road. Okay,
cool. And how many shows have you done now since were there 5 or 6 of them?
So, yeah, something like that.
A few more, 7. I can't remember now. It's a blur.
All right. And are you sharing a van now, or are you both driving the same one?
We're in my car.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. Well, look, I know you have a lot going on this evening. I appreciate you coming down here this afternoon. I'm thrilled that you're in town, and I've been listening to some material from both of you earlier this afternoon, and just fantastic. And so why don't I zip it, and I'll let you play a song or two if you'd like.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, cool. You just kind of get settled there, and I'm going to say it's Open Mic Radio. No, it's not. That's my other show. This is Rootin' Tootin' Radio on KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. Lynne Hanson and Anya Hinkle. Is it Anya or Anya?
Anya.
Anya. With us. Pleasure this afternoon. And whichever of you two would like to start first, just kind of get yourself going, and I'll get that other mic taken care of.
All right. Well, I'll start us off.
And tell me a little bit about the song maybe that you're going to play.
Yeah, so I'm going to play a song called River of Sand. And this was actually inspired by me binge-viewing 5 seasons of Sons of Anarchy in 5 days. And, I mean, I was binge-viewing before it was cool. And, you know, I just basically, I got off the couch after I was done, and rolled off the couch, and I wrote this song. It's a little bit dark. Here we go. In the night sky, the moon is high. I hear that whippoorwill sing. Her lonesome cries when I close my eyes. If only I had wings. $5 bill on my windowsill, bootleg in my glass. I sit it down till the whiskey's gone. The neighbors say don't ask. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. That old Cadillac used to be black, just sits there in my yard. An inch of dust on top of the rust, never did get that far. Sometimes I go down to the shanty town, and I dance till dawn. I feel the heat of that carnal beat, but it don't last very long. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. I see my life passing through my hands, flecks of gold in a river of sand. My loneliness is a nicer kiss, and it burns the back of my tongue. Its acrid stain colors everything. Hope is for the young. When it's my time to cross that line, I'll embrace eternity. Just carry my balls beneath the stones, pray the angels set me free. See my life passing through my hands, flags of gold in a river of sand. See my life passing through my hands.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. River of Sand?
River of Sand.
River of Sand. I like it. It is kind of dark, but I love it.
Yeah.
May I ask you what kind of guitar you're playing?
I'm playing, it's actually, it's a custom-built guitar. Peggy White is the luthier that built it. And
Wow, it's beautiful.
She lives in Newfoundland, Canada.
Wow. That's northeast?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So let's have another song. All the listeners are texting me. They're like, keep it going, and I'm not going to say too much, but we'll come back and ask a few questions about your musical background. I want to learn about how you've been trained and stuff like that, maybe. So, but let's switch it over to Anya Hinkle, who's also with us this afternoon. And you can, if you want to back up just a little bit, make yourself comfortable, and I'll adjust that mic a little bit for you, Anya. Anyhow, there was a song that I just played a little bit earlier by Anya called "Courage for the Morning," which I enjoyed, and the one, let's see, what did we play by Lynne? Oh yeah, I said it was Whiskey and Tears. Yeah, both fantastic songs. So what are you going to play for us?
Well, I thought I'd just start with the title track of my most recent album, and which is called Eden in Her Borderlands. Mm-hmm, and the topic of the song has its own story, but the idea for the song kind of came from something a little not even as compelling as Netflix, but Facebook. I was invited.
Just when you're getting it.
I was invited to be in a Facebook group called Missouri and Her Borderlands.
Okay.
And I thought that was such a compelling title for a Facebook group. I was thinking, heck yeah, I want to be part of that Facebook group. So, but as wonderful a place as Missouri clearly is, I was thinking that maybe Eden might be even more compelling.
Boy.
And so I kind of came up with this tune.
When was this album released?
This was in 2021. So coming up on 2 years. Time flies. I've got a new record just recorded, and I'll be excited to put that out this year at some point. But yeah, we just got out of the studio to record this next record. So lots happening.
All right, fantastic. Now you actually make your home in Asheville,
yeah,
right? So you record there as well?
This most recent record was recorded at a place called Citizen Vinyl.
Huh, cool.
It's a record pressing space, but they also they have a beautiful vintage studio. So yeah, we just spent a lot of time over there, and now we're done. Hallelujah.
All right. Well, good. Let's hear it. It's Anya Hinkle. You're listening to it here, Root and Tootin' Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM.
Gonna come in and get you. Gonna pick you up. 2,500 miles in my truck. Breezes become just
Oh, yeah. Woo! Got my own little private concert going this afternoon here on Rootin' Tootin' Radio, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Anya Hinkle, fantastic. What a lovely song. What a beautiful voice. Both of you, thank you so much. I'm just thrilled to have you here. And, well, Anya, that was... you just playing there. You're playing a Martin guitar, is that right? You know, the reason I ask is I do another show. I already made a mistake earlier, and it's basically, this is what I do. I invite local musicians to come and play in the studio, and there's a group of people that listen, and they're gearheads, and they always want to know what kind of instrument you're playing, and what kind of amp you got, and what your foot pedals are, and what kind of drum kit you got, or whatever. So very quickly, to satisfy those folks.
I got a little Martin. Yeah, a little Martin guitar.
Beautiful. Yeah. All right. Does it have a history? You know, guitars are like that with people.
You know, I had been playing a Gibson, which I loved, but I kind of missed that Martin sound, and just found this. I bought it in the parking lot at Home Depot.
Are you kidding?
Met somebody
like out of the back of a van or something?
Yep.
Nice. That's the way to get it.
Yeah.
Probably got a great history behind it then. Right. All right. And you're playing this evening at the Compass Listening Room here in Columbia. And how did you connect with Phil Shaw and Violet, or whoever it is that's booking stuff over there right now?
Oh, the agent. The agent. The mystical agent.
Is that Mandy?
No.
Okay.
Dennis,
okay.
the agent.
Well done, Dennis. I appreciate that. If you're listening out there. Okay, so yeah, that's 6 o'clock tonight. We've already given away a pair of tickets, and I think I have one more pair to give away. So we'll do that before the end of the program here. We've got until about, assuming that you can stick with me for another half an hour or so.
We're not going anywhere.
All right, fantastic. And Lynne Hanson, Anya Hinkle in the house this afternoon. So what's your musical background? Are you classically trained? Do you have music in your family, that type of thing?
No, I'm married into it. I divorced into it.
Nice. Okay. When did that, I mean, honestly.
I literally married my guitar teacher.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when it ended badly, I started writing heartbreak songs, and that's pretty much why I'm a songwriter.
All right. How long have you been? How long have you been performing in public? Let's say.
Well, I've been getting paid to play music for what is now 22 years.
All right. So you've been a professional for 22 years.
22 years. Yeah.
All right. Gosh, I'm trying to think of how many questions there are that I shouldn't ask about, what's happened over the last 22 years. But clearly you've mastered the guitar, and do you ever play with a band, or is it always?
Oh yeah. I mean, normally I'm actually
because some of your recorded material is clearly with the
full band. Yeah. All my recording materials with full band. I before the pandemic, I was touring, especially in Europe, with a full band, with a drummer and everything.
Right on.
But things are a little bit different now with economics and whatnot. So normally I'm touring around as a duo with a guitar player. Mm-hmm. But on this particular tour, because the shows were small, I opted to just play it. Fly solo.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, Anya, your a little bit about your background, maybe. How did you learn how to play? And are these the only instruments? Do you play, quickly back to Lynne? Do you play anything other than the guitar? Are you multi instrumentalist, as they say?
No, acoustic and electric guitar.
Okay, there you go. Well, those are two different animals.
Those are two very different animals.
But yes, okay, cool. All right, Anya, what about a little bit about your musical background?
Well, I played violin and I sang in church as a child, and I started playing guitar at 16. Down on the North Fork of the New River, I started taking...
The New River, that's actually the name of the river, the New River.
In southwestern Virginia. I had a teacher and started playing guitar then. That's where I fell in love with Norman Blake. He was my first love, and fell in love with bluegrass music and started playing fiddle. And so that's kind of how I started getting back into guitar, is playing fiddle for a lot of years, and being in bluegrass bands and whatnot. So it's been more in recent years that I've done more guitar. So it's nice to be able to play a little fiddle sometimes and sing and play guitar. And
on your recorded material, I'm sure you're playing fiddle and guitar?
I don't play
or?
much fiddle, but
No?
yeah, I play guitar and usually play with bluegrass bands. Although this new record has drums and
Well, I know there's some mandolin for sure in some of your songs, at least the ones that I've listened to, and I guess that's part of the bluegrass setup typically. So
yes, I'm kind of moving away with this next record. So I have a lot of electric instruments and drums. So just kind of a chance to explore some new sounds and kind of reinvent myself musically. So
right.
I've been doing bluegrass for a lot of years.
yeah, okay. Well, your most recent was Eden and her Borderlands. And that was 2021, so you've been staying busy. Have you titled your new record yet? Or can you share it with people?
Yeah, it's going to be called Oceania.
Oceania.
And Oceania is...
Full record?
Full record, it's all done.
Uh-huh.
And,
but I mean, it's not an EP, it's a full 10 song, whatever. I mean...
We're doing it for vinyl, and
Right
vinyl
on, yeah.
has its own restrictions. So yeah, we've got it all sequenced for vinyl and... going to be a full record with some extra specials.
I love it.
For CDs.
As a quick side note, I inherited about 7,000 LPs,
Wow.
vinyl records from my father, and I've been slowly going through these records for the last. Well, I got them about a year ago, but I finally got them where I could manage them. I mean, they take up a huge amount of space in my house, and at any rate. There's some fantastic stuff there, and now I'm all back into it, and I'm going through it and finding the stuff that I like and trying to value it. He was a collector for many years and lots of stuff, but I got so many cool records that I didn't even know existed really. I mean, it's amazing in the 50s and the 60s and some of those artists, they recorded so much material. It's crazy. I mean, Johnny Cash or Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, George Jones, the early country artist, Ernest. I mean, 50 albums. I mean, it's crazy. My dad had one of every one, two of every one of them. I feel like
Wow,
sometimes it's crazy.
That's cool.
Well, it's not all great. There's a lot of junk in there too, but there's some really good stuff, and I'm thrilled that vinyl is kind of making a comeback because there's nothing like putting that album on, and and the artwork's a whole nother thing. You can't do the artwork with a little CD or with. I mean, I suppose you could put it on the internet, but who's going to look? There's something about opening that album,
cool.
And
one of my vinyl it's white vinyl, and then the album cover's got a die cut in it, so it's like
cool.
you can't do that with a CD.
You can't do it.
It's pretty cool.
Putting it on the turntable and watching that arm come over and the needle drop. It's just there's a whole ritual to it. I love it. So all right, so what's the most recent record that you've released?
I put a record called Ice Cream in November out in April.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so that's probably the one that I was playing music from.
Well, if you were playing Whiskey and Tears, that's from River of Sand from 2014.
Oh, that's an earlier one.
Yeah.
Maybe I grabbed it because it was sort of at the top of the list there.
It could be. I mean, that record gets a lot of Spotify spins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. So, all right. You're going to take a little chill after you're done with the show here before you have to go. What time do you have to kind of set up there at Compass?
We're loading in at 3:30.
Okay, all right. Well,
and then live and on the stage at 6:00.
All right. Well, look, it is. It's 2:30. We have we got about 50 minutes left before I got to scoot out of here and kind of make it cool for the next. The wonderful show, actually, Strike the Gay Harp, incredible Celtic sounds from across the British Isles, and the wonderful Carol will be bringing you that awesome Irish and Scottish and English music for a couple hours from 3:00 until 5. So check that out once we wrap it up here on Rootin' Tootin' Radio. But we've got another 15 or 20 at least with Anya Hinkle and Lynne Hanson. And once again, thrilled they're here with us this afternoon. So let's have another song. Can we do that?
Oh, I could play you another song.
All right. This is Lynne Hanson. All right. What are you going to do for us?
I'm going to actually play you my latest single. This single just came out on Friday.
Right on, all right.
It's a song
We're
called...
scooping it here on Rootin' Tootin' Radio this afternoon.
In fact, I think this just might even be the first time it's been played live on radio.
Well, I'll be darned. I'm thrilled and I'm honored, and I thank you very much for that, and we will enjoy it right now. Once again, Lynne Hanson on Rootin' Tootin' Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Some nights I lie on the grass outside, and I
I count the stars above me, like a mint on the ground, hanging in a lost and found. I'm waiting for someone to love me. Wanna land on the right side, wanna live on the bright side. I just need to find a light in me, the light in me. Some days I drive just for the ride, a change of scenery. I turn off my phone, pretend nobody's home. I'm alone, I'm lonely. Wanna land on the right side, wanna live on the bright side. I just need to find a light in me, and I could be a movie queen, lighting up all the screens. I could be a fantasy, see the light in me. Last night I had a dream that I was flying free. It was soft and I could breathe, glide for hours at a time, getting lost in the rhyme. Wanting so hard to believe that I could land on the right side, live on the bright side. I just need to find in me, then I could be a movie queen, lighting up all the screens. I could be a fantasy, see the light in me.
Woo! That's beautiful. Fantastic. Lynne Hanson, once again. Oh, lovely. What's the name once again of that song?
That song's called Light in Me, and people can find it. It's all over the interweb.
All right. I'm sure on all the streaming platforms.
All the streaming
and
platforms.
All that. Okay.
Yeah.
Light in Me. Now, is that a single release?
It's a single,
and
yeah.
will that be part of a future record?
It will eventually be part of a future record that I'm in the process of writing for.
Okay. Well, I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you very much for doing that. Wow. My friend, Memphis Chris, Lynne Hanson, Anya Hinkle. Chris is an extremely talented musician as well, professional harmonica player and a great vocalist. And anyway, good friend of mine, and he's got an ear for this, and that's why he came down. So, well done, Chris.
Nice to meet you, Memphis Chris.
That's right. Okay, so another one from Anya Hinkle here.
Oh, sure. I'd love to play one.
I love it. This is great. What would you like to do for us? Or tell me a little bit about what you're going to do.
I just thought I'd do another one off my my Eden in record.
Okay.
And this is a tune called Lady Luck. And I was there were so many great pandemic records put out, when we were sitting around. And
that's a good name for a label, actually.
Yeah.
And this particular song, I think, was inspired by just that time where we just nobody knew what the heck was going on.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
If anything we had planned would actually ever really happen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's good enough. I think we can all relate. So check it out. Once again, Anya Hinkle on Root Toot Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Tough choices are the ones you make when questions have no answers. No benefit of time, the clock just keeps moving its gonna hold the line for me, lady love. Yeah, I think I know why old folks like to sit on their front porches, soak the hours in gasoline and burn up like torches. 'Cause if you're lucky to make it the way it's gonna break every bell. 'Cause I spent a lot of time on this dusty road just getting down. I've arrived home in this heavy load that's made me lose my mind. What I wanna know, 'cause it just ain't clear if you're gonna hold the line for me, lady love.
Wonderful. Wow. Okay. How about that, people out there? Huh? That's what you get, you know. You got to be listening to KOPN Columbia. You never know what you're going to get. But I am so thrilled. Once again, Anya Hinkle and Lynne Hanson will be playing this evening, just a few hours from now, at the Compass Listening Room. And I think Violet's probably listening. She was going to try to stop down this afternoon, but she's a busy woman and there's a lot going on. So anyway, I've got one more pair of tickets that I'm going to give away, but after we're done with the program here, I'm just going to have you guys text me, and whoever's the first one to do it, I'll get you on the guest list there. But before we run out of time, though, what do you have planned next? You're kind of wrapping up the tour tonight, is that right? This is the last show.
Last show tonight.
The last show. What do you have planned for the rest of winter and spring, etc.?
Well, we're going to the Folk Alliance Music Conference in Kansas City this week.
Cool.
And then me personally, I'm going to Europe in March. I'm going to be traveling all over America again in April. I'm going to Alberta, Canada in May. I've got some more dates in America in May as well. So
Staying busy.
I'm going to be traveling pretty much nonstop for the next 3-4 months.
Okay. What do you've got on tap, Anya?
Well, I'm going to Folk Alliance also. We are both official showcase artists there, which is, a really helpful thing for us to be able to, just network with other people
that's a huge
make
deal.
connections that just make all of this traveling easier, hopefully, is the idea. But I tour in Japan every year, and I haven't been able to do that for several years. Japan's been closed since the pandemic. They just opened to foreigners in the fall. So I have a 2-week tour planned in March, so I'll be going.
So you
over
had been
there.
going there regularly for X amount of years, for example. Tell me how long
I've done 3 other tours, so this will be my 4th full tour.
So you probably have an established sort of fan base there.
Yeah, there's a strong bluegrass scene in Japan. They all grew up listening to occupation radio, and that's the music. The hills of home are their hills of home. I mean, they love traditional American country and bluegrass music.
Strange ideas. That's such a mishmash, the Japanese with their own culture, and then the American, the influx of all the American influence after the war. Crazy. I would love to go, and I'm speaking about something I know nothing about. But
come on.
I would love to go to Japan someday. All right. Well, you sounds like you both have lots of exciting things going on, and a wonderful future. Your music's incredible, both of you, and I'm so thrilled once again that you came to visit, and that you're here to share your music tonight with some of the folks in Columbia. Right on.
Thank you for
It's
having
our
us.
pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Cool. What about contact information if people want to find out about you? I know it's easy enough these days, but why don't you?
LynneHanson.com.
And that's LYNNE.
HANSON.
ON, not EN.
That's right.
That was
Like the Hanson brothers.
Okay. Doo-wop, or what the hell was it?
Bebop, or whatever it is. Mbop.
Yeah, mbop. Okay, they're like, shut up, Mike. Okay, and Anya, if people want to find you.
Same, AnyaHinkle.com, ANYAHINKLE.
All right, wonderful. We'll have a great show tonight, and if there's a way, I may try to make it down there. I'd love to see you play some more songs.
Right on.
So, and if you ever come back through here, you've got an open policy here. Come text me or whatever, and you're welcome to come back to the station, and we'll set something up. In fact, if you're ever here on a Saturday, right, Chris, we can do a whole, like, you could actually do a set here, and we could record it. I've got a videographer that works with me, and we do some really cool stuff. And we'd love to. We'd love to invite you back anytime.
Deal, man.
Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, great. Once again, have fun tonight. And if I don't see you, tell all the folks over there at Compass I say hi. And there are a couple of listeners that are real happy that they get to come see you tonight. Okay?
Right on.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.